Alright, this is James Moore Farmhouse. A little something different in this video. I'm probably gonna do one of these type of videos maybe once a month. Just promote the company that I work for and the company that feeds me. Outstanding company, top notch, professional. We offer a lot of different logging services, forestry management. I go through some of these. The clear cutting doesn't really matter. We do it all, big and small. We do hardwood clear cutting, pine pulpwood, brush. Um, really, we don't turn much down. I mean, long as it's got some halfway decent production in it, we don't turn nothing down. He's got some stuff under forestry management. I go over what I know of. Um, I know he does control burns. I don't have any parts of that, but I know he does it. He does drum chopping. So bulldozer got a big drum chopper on the back. He's got a guy that does that. Just works for us. He does, I know, for like fire lanes and stuff like that. Uh, Select cutting. A lot to that forestry management. You got anything forestry management, best to call him directly. His name was Palmer, and ask him about that. Not 100% all what he's offering on that forestry management. I know it's burning, and I know that he's offered the drum chopping. You had to contact him with that. I'm not 100% on that. Select cutting. The crew I work on does a lot of hardwood select cutting. And what I mean by that, we can high grade it or low grade it. Most of the time, you want to high grade it. You want to take out the big stuff and let the smaller stuff get bigger. That's a select cut. Custom thinning. Most times it's pine thinning. Get we do first thinning, second thinning, and third thinning on your pine. Select cutting is mainly to the hardwood end of things, and sometimes you go in there, you select cut just the pine out, or just the poplars, or just the oaks. I mean, you talk to him about all that, he'll look at it and he'll tell you what he think is best for your stand. That falls under the forestry management also. He'll explain to you, what species of wood what is the best for forestry management if you want to do a select cut. A lot of people don't want to cut all their trees. They like seeing trees. They don't want to cut all their trees. They like to have some trees left on their property. That's where the select cutting comes in. If you're half and half, sometimes you just take the pine out and leave all your hardwood. Sometimes you select the oaks, or sometimes you select all your logs, or and leave the pulpwood and stuff smaller. He can go all of that. And then your custom thinning is with pine. You got a first thinning, which is newly planted pine is ready to be big enough to be thin. You can do a first thinning, a second thinning, or sometimes a third thinning. Third thinning is kind of phased out these days. All right, your residential cuts is where you're going to have a house or park or a complex, apartment complex, housing development. That's be your residential cuts. We do those also. I think what else would be residential. We do wildlife. We do wildlife cuts. With wildlife, we'll go in there. We'll select cut and we'll leave everything that's best for that particular wildlife that you're trying to preserve. Like if you want quail, we'll try to leave all the tree species that we know that's good for quail. If you for deer, like we do with deer management, we will leave all your nut bearing trees, your beech nuts and your hickories and your white oaks and stuff like that. We do wildlife management cuttings also. That would be under select. That would go with the select cutting, I would think. All the three kind of go together. The wildlife will kind of fall under the residential thing, but you're selecting too, and then you're doing forestry management for wildlife management. We do all of that. Um, we've done that on smaller timber too, whereas mostly we chipped everything. Our chipping, we have done tracks that the timber is not big enough to make any kind of pulpwood or logs out of it. We chip the entire track. We chip on almost every track. Even the select cutting we chip, clear cutting most definitely we chip. So we will do a complete chip track, completely number of chips. I think of something I may be leaving out here. Bulldozer work, we have known in our area we're from, that we live around, we have known to push off like house lots and stuff like that. A little bit of road building. But make sure ain't nothing I'm leaving out on this here. I'm trying to explain all 6 of these and what we're doing here. Clear cut is pretty clear. It's basically we're gonna clear cut all the trees, everything there. Big, small, no matter what. Even if the trees in tight spots, chainsaw them. Don't matter if you're up against a house, your power line, if it's in the tract of timber. Acreage. We don't really turn down nothing on acreage. We've logged from 2 acres to 200 acres. I mean, we don't really turn none down as far as acreage. When we get on the thing is, when we get down to the small acreage, the smaller the acreage, the bigger the timber needs to be to make up for the money. You know, you can't cut 5 acres of number chipping. You know, you can't do that. Explain everything here. Make sure I ain't leaving them out. So we have cut 2 acres, but it's big, huge grade hardwood. So area. All right, we have logged far north as Crewe, Virginia. And you can kind of draw a circle on the map and get the idea of the area we log in. Crewe, Virginia, far as north. We are based in Broadnex, Virginia. Broadnex, Virginia. A neighbor, South Hill, Virginia, Lawrenceville, Virginia, La Crosse, Virginia. Broadnex is kind of in the middle of Lawrenceville and La Crosse, Virginia. All right, our radius we log in. We have been far north as Crewe, Virginia. Far west is Virginia is South Boston, Virginia. Far east we have been will be Emporia, Virginia. I know of, man. He come look at it. He's known to do contract logging also. I mean, just because you're out of his loop, out of his radius, no means he won't get your timber logged for you. He's known to deal with contract loggers also. So you do that radius, circle. Draw that circle on the map with a compass. You know, Crewe, Virginia, north. West, South Boston, Virginia. East, Emporia, Virginia. South, I know we go to Oxford. I'm currently working in Oxford, North Carolina right now. We worked the Oxford, Henderson area a lot lately. So I know we'll go far south as Oxford. So draw you a circle between Oxford, Emporia, Crewe, back around that circle. And that's the radius I know we're working in for sure. So if you're outside that radius, he may get a contract logger in there for you. The tree species does not matter. We cut pine, we cut oaks, we cut hickories, poplars, sweet gums. It doesn't matter. You got all kinds of different species inside of those species. You got pin oaks and white oaks and red oaks and all kinds of oaks. I guess a post oak in there too. But anyway, anyhow, so if you're interested in that radius, give that number a call. His name is Palmer Duggar. He's a great man. He usually outpays all the neighboring competition. Know that for a fact. But I'm gonna do one of these probably once a month to promote my boss's business. He feeds me, he takes good care of me. So more farm malls, James, contact the number if you're interested.